Manchester United signing pictured at Old Trafford after completing medical. Man United have completed the signing of exciting defender Diego Leon, who will move to Manchester in the summer. Leon has signed a 5-year deal. Youngster Diego Leon has completed his move to Manchester United. Leon, 17, completed a medical to finalize his move from Paraguay side Cerro Porteño on Monday, and the defender signed a 5-year contract, with the option of an additional year. It's understood United agreed a £3.3 million fee, rising to £7 million with the Dons, with Cerro Porteño, and Leon will start playing for the club in July 2025. United believe Leon, who is a natural left-back, possesses first-team potential, but he will need time to develop and settle in Manchester. Leon was given a tour of Carrington and Old Trafford following his United medical, and was pictured with Lisandro Martinez and Alejandro Garnacho in the training ground canteen. He was also pictured with Manchester City midfielder Kevin De Bruyne, who he bumped into after completing his medical tests and examinations at a private healthcare company. United could look to explore more deals in the South American market in the next few years, and Leon is the latest young recruit in Ineos' search for talented but raw prospects. Nene Dorgiles, the Ineos-style signing? Fabrizio Romano reports, Manchester United have added Nene Dorgiles of RB Salzburg to their list of potential signings for January or summer. This aligns closely with the type of move Ineos envisioned, as Sir Jim Ratcliffe outlined in his strategy. Low-risk, young talents with room to grow. Sir Jim on an interview a couple of months ago. I would rather sign the next Mbappe rather than spend a fortune buying success. It's not that clever buying Mbappe. Anyone could figure that one out. More challenging is to find the next Mbappe or next Jude Bellingham or next Roy Keane. This philosophy is shaping United's approach, focusing on identifying emerging stars rather than splashing out for established names. That or we are unable to spend 40M, 50M on new signings before we sell someone like Rashford or Casemiro. Interestingly, Christopher Vival, now part of United's recruitment setup, played a role in signing Dorgiles to Salzburg from Guidars FC in Mali, the same academy where United discovered Seko Kone last summer. At just 22 years old, Dorgiles has delivered 11 goals and 10 assists in 58 games for Salzburg. He's primarily a left winger but can also play on the right, making him a good fit for Amorim's 2-10 system behind the striker. But here's a big question. With Rashford leaving, Bruno preferred deeper in a more playmaker role and Mount injury-prone. Does relying on Ahmad, Garnacho, and potentially Dorgiles provide enough firepower behind the striker next season? Or is this part of a bigger plan where Garnacho's sale funds a move for a more experienced attacker like Eze or Pedro Goncalves? Multiple journalists have reported that Garnacho is the preferred choice from Antonio Conte to replace Kvaratskhelia at Napoli, who is heading for PSG. What do you think? Is this a smart move for the rebuild, or are we literally broke so we must find hidden gems like this and hope to develop them in title-ready players? Randall Kolo Muani to Manchester United. The perfect January solution? With multiple reliable sources including David Ornstein linking Randall Kolo Muani to Manchester United. Let's dive deep into why this move makes sense and how the French striker could fit into Ruben Amorim's plans. Why United need a forward now. The timing of this potential move isn't random. United are facing several challenges that make a January striker signing crucial. Current squad issues. Marcus Rashford likely leaving. Alejandro Garnacho still adapting to Amorim's system. Mason Mount's injury problems. Bruno Fernandes playing deeper. Limited reliable options. Only Ahmad performing consistently. This leaves United with just Højlund, Xerxes, and Ahmad as reliable attacking options. Not enough for a club competing on multiple fronts. Kolo Muani's Frankfurt success story. Let's look at his impressive 2022-23 season at Eintracht Frankfurt. 23 goals, 14 assists. These numbers tell only part of the story. His performance metrics are even more impressive. Key stats. 2022-23. Goals per 90. 0.51, 81st percentile. Expected goals. 0.45, 72nd percentile. Shot creating actions. 3.59, 90th percentile. Goal creating actions. 0.75, 97th percentile. Successful take-ons, 2.43, 96th percentile. Carries into penalty area, 2.26, 99th percentile. Touches in attacking area, 6.70, 94th percentile. Progressive carries, 3.32, 90th percentile. Fouls drawn, 2.43, 94th percentile. Fitting into Amorim's system. Kolo Muani's versatility makes him particularly interesting for Amorim's 3-4-3 system. Primary roles. 1. Central striker. Leading the line ahead of 2 attacking midfielders. Hold-up play to bring others into the game. Making runs behind defenses. 2. Left attacking midfielder. Using pace to exploit wide spaces. Combining with central striker, Hodgland/Xerxes. Creating overloads with wingback. A 6-month loan for Kolo Muani looks like smart business for United. His profile fits Amorim's system, his statistics show consistent performance, and the loan structure minimizes risk. This could be exactly what United need to push for European places in the second half of the season. Questions for fans. How would you use Kolo Muani in United's system? Would you prefer him as a striker or wide forward? Should United include a buy option in the loan? Share your thoughts below. Had an offer from Man United. Victor Osimhen advised against joining Red Devils. Victor Osimhen seemingly remains a person of interest to Man United, but he was once advised against signing for the club, so went to Napoli. The long-running transfer saga of the Nigerian hitman last summer ultimately ended up in his move to Galatasaray. In an ideal world, it's unlikely the striker would have ever considered a move to the Super League, however. His game of brinksmanship ultimately backfired and left him with the narrowest set of transfer options. Victor Osimhen chose Napoli over Man United. It has been reported that Man United have begun talks for Osimhen, and with 17 goals per in 15 games, the Red Devils' interest in the 26-year-old is understandable. Victor Osimhen of Galatasaray celebrates victory during the UEFA Europa League 2024-25 league phase MD4 match against Tottenham Hotspur. With it believed that Osimhen's €75 million release clause is still active. However, it isn't clear if Ineos are prepared to make such a splash in the January market. It's obvious that, were they to do so, they would be buying a player who is a virtual guarantee of goals, and one who could potentially fire them up the Premier League table and into the European places. According to reliable football journalist Ben Jacobs, speaking to the United Stand, Osimhen is, in fact, United's dream signing. Furthermore, it was Jacobs who noted that the striker had an offer from Man United, but decided against the move after consulting fellow Nigerian Odion Ighalo. January could be the right time for Victor Osimhen to move. Apparently, Ighalo's belief was that his countryman would be further down the pecking order, and that was enough to scupper any deal at that point. Where football is concerned, you can never say never, of course. And as the wheel turns, so situations change for clubs and players. With just over 2 weeks left of the current transfer window,